So here we are right now. And now we're talking about entries, basically, guys. Entries. Let's talk about entries now, and so that you guys can get a rough idea of how I enter trades. I'm sure now you've seen with the previous videos how I enter those trades, how I place entries, and it's time for someone out there to get a strategy that is consistently profitable. The whole point of these videos, guys, I'm not trying to give you a magic, okay, it is a magic key, honestly, but I'm not trying to give you guys something that will give you trades every single day. Sometimes you can stay a week without a trade, bro. Especially if you're only trading one asset or two assets the way that I do it, you can stay 5 days without a trade. But the whole point is for you to be consistently profitable long term, right? So that you can stop joining those royal circles and promoting royal circles and promoting royal brokers and promoting people who are paid by royal brokers, right? So it's that simple, guys. Here I'll give you the strategy. Since DJ Coach was saying we are speaking things that we don't know, we are speaking things that we don't know, that we don't understand. But truth is, knowledge is power. The skill is power, right? You may make money from your students, live a lavish life from your students, tip people at your concerts from money you make from your students or from your broker. At the end of the day, we are the ones with the skill, legit, who will grow slowly, steadily, and will last longer in the world of business and investing. It's really that simple, right? We don't compete, we just destroy your business by releasing the knowledge for free, right? So, anyway, I wanted to show you guys where to get the foundation for. Okay, the foundation is the analysis itself. I'm sure you now have the foundation from the previous videos that you have watched right here on the channel, but I want to give you guys the second foundation of how I enter the trades, right? How I place entries on all the trades that I take, right? It's basically ICT, and the reason why it's taking this long to load is because I'm really pulling most of my processor to my OBS because I want my OBS really functioning at its full capacity. But it seems like we can't really open that. But the way you can actually find it, the way you can actually find what I'm going to talk about is you go to YouTube, right? You search ICT Mentorship 2022. Look for a playlist written ICT Mentorship 2022, right? It has 40 something videos. Once you go to the playlist, watch the first 4 to 5 episodes. The first 4 to 5 episodes, watch them once, watch them twice. Don't move forward. Watch them twice and slowly understand the concepts that he's teaching. Do the homeworks that he's giving you guys, and then you can come to this part right here, or you can come and watch my other videos. Because once you have that entry strategy, once you know how ICT enters trades, then you can also enter on lower time frames the way I have been doing as well, right? As you can see with this trade, I entered this trade on the 3-minute time frame, this Nasdaq trade, yesterday during the New York, just a few minutes after the New York Open, about nearly an hour after the New York Open, right? That's how we entered that Nasdaq trade. Then, which trade did I place before the Nasdaq one? Let's check. EU, right? It was EU. The trade that I placed before that one was EU, right? Is it still there? It should be. It should be still there. Let's check. There it is, right there, right? This is the EU trade. I placed it on the 5-minute time frame as well. I entered it there. My stop loss was over there, right? It was over there. Fair value gap here, and I missed another fair value gap over there. My entry was supposed to be somewhere up here. It was supposed to be here after this fair value gap was covered here. I was supposed to enter there, place a stop loss there, right? And this is the other entry up there. I was supposed to enter up there, but I got to the market late because of load shedding, right? I got to the market late. I entered there, but the profit was really small because I didn't place a TP. I forgot to place it. I was supposed to place a TP, right? Because I was supposed to go out around these regions right there. There was around 6. There was supposed to be 60 pounds. No, not 60 pounds. 1:2. It's supposed to be a 1-to-2 trade, but I ended up closing it over here because we spoke about it over the weekend. Then I'm gonna close it because EU was at a key level where it was gonna reject, right? Or it had a high possibility of rejecting. And guess what happened? EU definitely rejected from there. Definitely rejected. And rejected with quite force. There was quite force behind it. Strong momentum. So let's start with EU first. Right, let's see. I really don't like back testing. I hate back testing. I prefer forward testing or testing on live market conditions. Euro USD. What am I even gonna talk about with the entries, guys? There's honestly nothing I can talk about. Like, really, there's nothing I can talk about with the entries because I've spoke about a lot of things on my previous videos. Let's see, right there at 1.08. 1.08 thousand. There's some form of sensitivity right there. So, careful not to just enter a buy on Euro USD. There's a very strong level right there. It has to breach that level first. Yeah, that level is quite strong. It has to breach that level first before you even think about buying. And you can see GU is also pointing to the downside. So before thinking about buying EU, let it first breach this level right here. This is a strong daily time frame level. And you can see even on the hourly time frame, it keeps on bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. The way you would enter a trade like this is forming low, a higher low. Let's say maybe if it went like this, then it breaches this level like this. Then you can pull the trigger when it retests that level, right? Simple as that. Entering trades, you see the bias was based on the high time frame. Then entering the trade is very simple. If it just breaches that level, closes above, retests, you can just click buy. It goes up here, click sell, right? You're done. It's as simple as that. That's my old way of entering trades. But if I was to enter this thing using the new way that I enter, I would go to the, after seeing that level, I'd go to the 5-minute time frame. Once I'm here on the 5-minute time frame, if price, maybe let's say price broke this level, created an imbalance right there, or a fair value gap near and around these levels after breaking, I would enter after the imbalance, place a stop loss somewhere nearby down there, 20 pips, and target 60 pips. Imbalance, fair value gap, those are ICT concepts, guys. I can't teach you ICT concepts. He's the one who's really good with those concepts, so you can just learn them from him, right? For example, over here, price was railing downwards, created a lower high region, price broke that level with momentum. The next candle didn't close, the next candle didn't touch the high of the previous candle. The next candle after the momentum candle didn't touch the high of the previous candle. It's supposed to touch it. That's how price moves. But this is what ICT calls the algorithm pricing. This is the algorithm, right? Didn't touch the previous high. So what's this? This is an imbalance or a fair value gap. ICT will teach it to you guys better. Once you see this imbalance, fair value gap, break of a previous lower high, a retracement and a retest of, or filling up the fair value gap right there, you would have placed the buy there, place your stop loss there, had your target somewhere up there. But obviously you can't do that because the bias hasn't been set yet. The bias will be set after price breaks the 1.080000 region. This is a region. It breaks this region right there. So you can just watch carefully with that. So with EU, we'll have to just watch carefully and see what happens there. Let's see, $30. Now let's check the Nasdaq one first. Basically, in a nutshell, my entry strategy is based off ICT concepts. That's what I can say. my entry strategy. The reason why I do that is because I like entering on the lower time frames, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, and even the 1 minute most recently as well. Here is the Nasdaq. You see with the Nasdaq, you can easily enter even on the 1 hour. Pushed up, it retraces, it rejects with this candlestick. You could have bought there, pushes up, it retraces again, it pushes up like this. This is a buy signal candle. You remember the advanced candlestick analysis? You remember advanced candlesticks analysis video? It applies even on the lower time frames. Price is pushing upwards, price retraced to a key level right here, then it closed with this type of candle off this key level. A huge wick to the downside, but a very massive momentum candle right here, right? This candle is telling you that buyers are in control. This type of candle, right? They say this is an inside bar reversal, but I don't like using names. But to me, I just read what the candlestick is saying. This candlestick is telling me that buyers are in charge of this level at the moment. So there's a higher probability of price going higher than going lower at this moment. So you could have bought there, continued upwards. You could have bought there as well, continued up. Yesterday you could have bought there as well, even though I used fair value gap entries, but you could have used the 1 hour time frame entry right there, placed your stop loss below. It would have been longer, honestly. It would have been somewhere down there at 60 pips, 70 pips. Took your target up there. So that's how I enter my trades, bro. That's how I entered my trades in the past, like this. But now I go down all the way to the 3-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 1-minute time frame. For those, especially 3 minutes, for those imbalances, those fair value gaps, right? And I enter like that. But you can also use this concept. Just look at the candlesticks, individual candlesticks, the formations, these manipulations right there, where price rallies to the downside, that it gets rejected, right? Where stops are being taken out, sell stops taken out, sell stops taken out. You look for those types of movements, right? So that is interesting. That's a Judas swing right there. Could have got an entry somewhere down there. Here's a fair value gap, a close of this fair value gap, buy, stop loss here, take profit up there. So these concepts are that's just how I enter trades. I'm too lazy to explain this thing. As I'm saying, watch the ICT 2022 mentorship video and you'll get the gist of it. He's gonna explain it way better than I can explain it, bro. I'm just using it according to my understanding, but he will explain it way better than I ever can. So anyway, that's it for this specific video. I'm not gonna dwell too much on this same thing, but ICT, if you want a good entry strategy,